Good morning everyone and welcome to Art with Millsy again for this week. Today we're going to be looking at another story by Peter H. Reynolds, and this time it is Sky Colour, another wonderful picture story book that he has created in a part of his trilogy that we have been looking at over the last few weeks. So this is a great story that again makes you look at things differently, and so we'll be doing some activities today all based around the sky and maybe thinking a little bit different beyond a blue sky that we have happening today. So I look forward to seeing what you can create. Sky Colour by Peter H. Reynolds. Marisol was an artist. She loved to draw and paint. She even had her very own art gallery. Not all of her art hung in the gallery. Much of it she shared with the world. She painted posters to share ideas she believed in. At school, Marisol was famous for her creative clothes, her box of art supplies, and her belief that everybody was an artist. Yes, Marisol was an artist through and through, so when her teacher told the class they were going to paint a mural for the library, Marisol couldn't wait to begin. The classroom buzzed with the sound of brainstorming. The students talked and sketched. Together they made a great big drawing. Then they marched to the library. "I'll paint a fish. I'll paint one too. I'll paint the ocean." Marisol shouted, "I'll paint the sky." Marisol rummaged through the box of paint but could not find any blue. "How am I going to make the sky without blue paint?" The bell rang. It was time to put their brushes down for the day. As she climbed aboard the bus, Marisol kept wondering. All the way home, she stared out the window. The sun lowered closer to the horizon. Later at home, Marisol watched the day turn into night. That night, Marisol settled into a deep dream. She drifted through a sky swirling with colours. The colours mixed, making too many to count. In the morning, Marisol stood waiting for the bus in the rain. The sky was not blue. She smiled. At school, Marisol raced to the library. She grabbed a dish and began adding colours. This one, that one. She swirled the brush to make an altogether new colour. Marisol then began painting on the wall. A boy asked, "What colour is that?" "That," Marisol said, "that is sky colour." The learning intention for today is we are using Textas to create a watercolour effect. The success criteria are I can apply texture to paper using short strokes, and I can apply water to Textacolor and rub softly to blend the colours together. The equipment you will need today are some textures, some paper, some water, and some Q-tips to help you apply the water and rub the water into the Textacolor. We are trying to create this background that was in the story when Marisol was dreaming. I did an experiment first of all to make sure that this would work the way that I wanted it to, and I found that if you make lots of little short marks on your piece of paper as you go around in all swirly kinds of directions, it actually works best. So you need to make sure that they're nice and close so the colour is strong. Before you add water, just put some paper underneath because you'll end up having some colour going onto your table, and then you can start adding the water. Add plenty, and what will happen is that those texture colours will start to run and bleed into each other. Remember, don't rub too much in one spot, and you can see now that I've got quite a lot of water on there and it is swirling around a lot. I'm just swirling that watercolour around just to spread it out a little bit more, and then I'm taking off the excess water that's there, and then it'll be ready to take out to dry. Once you're happy with the colours and how they've actually bled together, you'll need to let this dry so you can do the last part of this activity. Now, as you remember, this was inspired by Marisol flying around in her dream in that colourful sky. So this is exactly what I've done. I've created a little drawing of myself, cut myself out of the piece of paper and put it onto that swirly colourful background that's there once it's all been dry. I can't wait to see what you come up with in your beautiful coloured sky and a picture of yourself flying around in it. Have a great time.